And okay, I'll start
Sorry.
again.
Sorry.
Yes. I want to discuss about the custom furniture, how we handle that in AltheaSuite and the recent changes we have done. And there are more changes we are still working on. So I'm going to share my screen. A lot of you guys already know how to do the setup. And for some folks, I see it's something entirely new. So I'm going to do a quick brief on how we do the setup and then how we have handled the stock allocations. So under the products, this is my sandbox, what you see. Um, we have simple settings like you need to have a product which is going to be defined as an attribute. Attribute meaning my product will have different options of color, size, and things like that. Um, so also, if you have a product with an attribute, we have a requirement that it should have a internal quick lookup number, meaning now that it's the same SKU being saved with different variations, we'll have to create a unique serial number for each of these so that we can show you the stock. And AltheaSuite is creating that number itself, so there's no need to worry about it. There are a couple of other things. A product which is marked as attribute shouldn't be a parent group item because group is a combination of couple of products and we check in so many databases that people mark that as a group. System will not allow that to do anymore. And so this is how the setup is. It's as simple as my product is this, it has an attribute. We have defined few things at the back end, which during implementation we can help you with, like what are the options I want to give to my customer, a different color, a different size, a material type, and then options are unlimited, and then they can be grouped into sets. So I just created a set for Lazy Boy, saying that when I am selling Lazy Boy furniture, I want these options to pop up: color, material, pillow fabric. You can group them together. And once they are done, then we just go to the product definition. We mark the flag and we have ability to do bulk updates. So I have selected all these Lazy Boy products. I'm going to do bulk update and I'm going to say that all of them have attribute and I want to apply the set of lazy boys. So these products are going to behave where these sets are going to pop up. You can also apply other filters at that time. My products have QLN. System is allowing you to create a product without this checkbox, but then you don't see the stock. So we have to remember to enable that for your products, which are custom furniture attributes. So my setup in my sandbox is done. There are a couple of screens here that will help you. And then first I will go through all the screens and then I'm going to create some orders and purchases and we'll see how that works. So if I go to this one, under the serial number manager, because we said that each of them has a quick lookup number, you will see that each individual, so it's the same SKU, 724, but 010724, but you can see that the quick lookup numbers are different and the combination could be different or same, but each of them are saved as a different line here. So combination is a little bit different here. I picked up the color blue and fabric 129. Here I picked up color black and pillow 2. So it gets listed here. So this is another way to come and check any model number. You can just search here with the model number or quick lookup number and you'll find it. We can also come here and say show attribute. This will show you the complete description or combination. And if you took some, um, that money is actually for the sales. So this shows you the complete combination here at the view mode. And then in the serial number history, we can show you that how did it come to the system. It was purchased on this day, then it is allocated to this order. All that history is there. Coming to the uh, main thing is the attribute stock. So over here, at any time, so as the model number is same, the stock screen will show you the consolidated stock, like you have 10 of these. But now you want to know in which combinations those 10 are there. So there is another screen here, attribute stock. And if you did that, show QLN, it creates line for each of them. And once again, you get the same details as you had that in the serial number manager. But here you'll see each combination. You can export that data if you want to. You can also see it will load everything. You can see it per warehouse also, which is sitting. You can apply the filter here. Okay, let me see what is in my Redmond warehouse. All that is sitting. You can also change the filters on the top if you want to search by category or, oh, okay, let me see what my Lazy Boy brand is. Like that, my database is very small. You'll have multiple couple of brands here to come and search it faster. So let's get started with how this is going to work. So you could have attributes in stock, like you are keeping some of the products in stock with different combinations, or you could just be creating an order and creating a back order PO and then see whether your customer wants different combinations and we can add that. One more thing is that recently we have a couple of people who went live and who already had stock of these combinations. So we have added this option here, upload QLN attributes. Uh, I'm not sure why we have upload QLN1 and QLN2. There must be some reason behind it, but you will be able, if you give us that stock, we will be able to upload it with different color, size, material type, whatever combinations you have. If you do not have QLN, there's nothing to worry about. AltheaSuite will automatically create the quick lookup numbers for those attributes. So I have one purchase order here, which I'll show you. Um, I just created some time back and I said, I am uh, receiving these products from Lazy Boy. This is not my back order, it's just a simple purchase. And I have a combination, the same model number in two different combination, color blue fabric 100, color black fabric 129. So this is my purchase order. I want to receive it. I would suggest go ahead and create an unload schedule first. So it could be a combination of multiple POs that you're receiving together. I am going to receive it in my Redmond warehouse. It's going to show you the open PO. So you see here that it's showing me that two items are there in that PO. If there were more than one PO, it can be listed here and you can receive it together. On that unload schedule, now when I am ready to unload the truck, I am going to see that whoever is receiving it, the warehouse is going to see that they got to receive these two different products. Let's go ahead and scan one of them. As I scan, it's going to ask me what's the option combination you're receiving, black pillow fabric, blue. So it'll give you the list of different combinations that you have ordered. And then you say, okay, I'm receiving this one. Then I'm going to receive the other one. So all I'm doing is I have a PO I have created to stock some of my products. It is not an order or a back order, but if it's an order and a back order also, the PO and the unload works the same way. And then when I receive it, we are showing you what's the combination you're receiving and then save that. So I have noticed it this morning that when I moved it from here to here, we should have shown the complete attribute definition here, and we will do that. Complete this loading. It's saying, are you ready to complete it? We are good here. And now if I go ahead and print the unload stickers, if you see that, it's going to nicely print with the combinations that you have received. The attribute unique QLN got generated. And it's also showing that one of them is color black with this fabric. So you can put these labels on those boxes. And if it was a back order, it's also going to show the customer name here so that you can stick it. It can also print two stickers at the same time, one with the customer name and one without the customer name, if that's what you guys want to do. So we have received the stock and I have stocked something. Let's go ahead and see under my attribute stock. And if you see there, these are the products we just received. They are in my system. Now, this is just a simple process where I'm receiving purchases. Now I'm going to create a sales order. Now, how do we sell this? We're going to go ahead and create a sales order for a new customer. I'm going to add an order. We'll just randomly select Amanda, and then we're going to select this model number. And then I'm going to come here and say that my color is black. Okay, we're going to take another $20 for that one. And then if I say my pillow, I can say that it's 2 counts and then create that. And I am in the red LV warehouse. I'm going to change that to my Redmond warehouse. I'm sorry about that. So as I have added this model here, and then if I go to the 3 dots and I say assign serial number, I am not going to get any option because I don't even have this combination in stock. Color black and pillow 2. All the stock that I have for that product is entirely different combination. Over here, you can always come to this 3 dots and say that show attribute stock so that you can tell your customers that, hey, I don't have what you need, but I have this other combination for that model number. So we're going to do exact match. We're going to see what your customer has ordered. It's not there. Then please go here and see the stock of this particular model number in different combinations that you have. So once again, assign serial number like that or modify attribute. Another way I could have done that was to keep this simple, add new line for each serial. That means you can add every time the product gets added, it gets added in a different line. And in the drop down there itself, you see the serial number. So I do have a color black and pillow fabric 129. I'm going to do that. Pillow fabric 129. So now if I have added that in my order, so let's go ahead and look on the right side. And this time it's showing me that you have one exact match that you can commit on this order if you want to allocate that QLN number. If you didn't want to, it'll still let you create it. And if you still want to create a back order further for this one, it'll allow you to. So we do have a physical stock in hand one. The stock of this model number is more than one, but the stock of that combination that we added is one, and that's what we are showing here. Also in the warehouse from where that order is being created. So as soon as this order gets created and I assign this QLN right here, I'm going to say this needs to be delivered at a later date. Um, we can put some price here. And then we're going to go ahead and create this order. My order has green color. It is allocated. The stock is reserved for that combination that we just added for that customer. We're going to create. So all I am doing is just creating an order and putting a combination, and then the stock is getting allocated. I'll create a new order, and this time we'll do a new combination. It's a different customer. We will add the same model number. I will say, okay, the color here is um, gray. It's an entirely new color. And then maybe we're going to charge another $40 for that. So we are actually building a new combination right now. And then I can say that they need 6 pillows, and that's going to be another $30. So my total, because my product price is not defined in the database, if that was defined, it's going to add to that. And I'm going to create that. So I have a new combination. Um, let's look at it. It's giving me that you don't have any stock for this combination that you're creating for your customer. So we will go ahead and create this order. It's once again asking, do you have a QLN? I don't have it. I'm going to just save that order. So this is entirely a new custom order we created. We don't have stock and we're just ordering this. So from here, let's go ahead and create a back order PO. You could just come to that order and create a back order PO for that customer. I'm going to create that back order PO. It's going to ask me for the vendor. I'll assign Lazy Boy. That combination got transferred here. It's $190. This must be my cost earlier that I had added. I have purchased it at this price at an earlier time, so it remembers the last purchase price. And I'm going to save that. So we just created a PO. For that, the PO number is already allocated. We know that this PO is for that customer for whose order I have just created. We'll go back to my purchases. And from here, I'm going to create an unload schedule. That's how we would like you to do it. So it's easy to scan and receive the products. So we have this, is select the warehouse. I know for furniture, a lot of times the model number that comes on that box cannot be scanned because we have seen recently that sometimes the furniture comes with an exact entirely different model number compared to what we have in Althea Suite. So we are adding an option here to print PO stickers. So that means if this unload schedule is created with a combination of multiple purchase orders, you could print your stickers beforehand so that you could scan them and receive your products. Or you can always manually scan them too if there is no barcode added on your furniture. So what I mean by manually is that what I am doing, I'm copying it and receiving it. If the model, your box does not have a proper barcode on it. But once it is scanned and entered, it's important that you print the sticker and label it. So the same process, we're gonna couple of things. If I entered a wrong model number here and I entered, it's gonna say that this is the wrong model that you're scanning. This is not what you're supposed to be receiving. If I scan the same exact one, it's going to ask me that what's the combination. Then we will save that. So we have received it. I'm not going to go too much into the unloading because that's a whole session by itself. But we will just receive it. With that, we'll go back to our order and it should have assigned the QLN number and allocated that order with that. So we see that we received that unload schedule, the QLN got assigned, order is updated that you have received this combination and you should be ready to deliver this product to your customer. We'll come here and see that. Okay, I'm thinking we should have that show QLN here. The QLN is assigned to the customer's order. So now you can convert that to invoice. So this particular attribute, there are a lot of other things that this whole attribute with the custom furniture stock is an entirely new concept for us, which we have implemented since a couple of months. We are working on it. But now going forward, you want to do a stock transfer of a product with a combination of attribute, or you want to do a stock correction, or you want to do a stock transfer request, or under the delivery screen also, all this attribute information is going to be transferred there. So if you're doing a stock transfer, you will be able to create an attribute. Then system will tell you, oh, okay, this is the QLN, you have it. Just like you do a normal stock transfer with the QLN, it is going to be supported in all the screens. Um, so this is all about how we will handle attributes in Althea Suite. My database is very simple with just one or two model numbers. Of course, I know you guys have complex business where there'll be a lot of products, a lot of things in the stock. By default, it loads everything. Whatever you have in stock, it'll just bring it here with the combination. This checkbox is unchecked by default. So if you need to see how many of these are total into quantity, but what's the combination, how many different numbers, this means this is two quantity in this combination, this is three quantity in this combination. Then of course each of them has its own QLN, so go ahead and click on that so you know the unique QLN. If you want to allocate it to any particular order, you can see that. So from here on, if I go back to my main product definition, there are a few more things which we have noticed. Um, you are creating a group in that you have products which individual items have attributes. I have nested that in the group. So that is fine. If that group is added to your sales order also now or invoice, it's going to break that item with individual attributes and add that to the system. Let's do that. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm going to see if I have a group. I do have a group, but they're all okay. Just for the uh, purpose of the demo, we're going to say that this one is my group, and then over here in the group definition, I'm going to just select this add as a child elements, and then each I'm going to change its POM definition and group definition and add that inside it. So maybe my group will just remove it, has one of this product, and then I'm going to remove this too. We'll find one more attribute that I have. And that, so these are the two products I have as a group. And I'm going to say, this is my group definition. And remember, each of them has attribute to itself. And then this is how my group is. Each of them has its own attribute. Each of them has its own flags of QLN. A group as a combined cannot have a QLN or an attribute flag enabled anymore. It is all grayed out now because it is creating a problem in your stock because a combination cannot have its own attribute. So I'm going to copy this cube and then update that. Let's go ahead and add that in an order ticket or sales invoice ticket and see how that will break. So when creating an order, so as soon as I added that group, the and I said break it at the time, so it's going to ask me for the first element of that group and then create that. The first element got added, then it's going to ask me for the second one, and I'll say there is and create that. So the group got added with the child elements in that, and each of them can have its own definition. In this case, the group will not get added. If you have already defined a group which is marked as attribute in your database, as we keep updating the account, we're going to clean that up because that is not going to make any sense to have that. If you have defined a group which has also been marked with the flag has warranty, that also when we update is going to get cleaned up because group is a combination of couple of products. So warranty is going to be for the things inside that group, not for the main item. So this is how you would do the setup. It's good to have groups in your database where you want to upsell and combine few products together and sell them, or sometimes manufacturer itself is sending the product as kits. So this is good way to also add multiple products combined together as a kit in the system. You could have always just added this as a one-off item that works the way it worked, right? This is absolutely fine, but just for for me to show you that how we could have combined them. And each item is going to get added as a different line because I have this um, group setting where each item got added as a different line in the system. So this is how we can do the setup for attributes for the child elements and be able to sell them. Um, that's all. Can we email you the template if you would like? Okay. I have used attributes to cover generic SQL. We can go through the questions. I upload QLN attribute Excel sheet to download it is blank. I don't know what does goes in each column. We will send you as Cameron has said. I have used them to go with the generic SKU for loading order. Will I have QLN for each order a customer does? Yes, yes, you will have, Jessica, each order. In fact, I suggest have QLN for all your products. It's a much better way to handle your stock. It is much better way to know exactly which unit went to which customer. So I think we should implement QLN throughout your database, not just custom furniture. Um, so that is good. Um, if we have a group that do not have attributes but has warranty, are you going to remove the warranty from the group? Um, so think about it, right? You have um, I don't know, if you have a dining table set, is the warranty is going to be there for the table and the chairs inside it. Um, and most popular example actually is in the appliance. People are creating a combination of a washer and a dryer so that they can make a package and sell it together. Now, washer has its own warranty, dryer has its own warranty, but we do not have any way to apply the warranty if you just apply that at the group level. So let's discuss it when we are meeting, Jessica, that what type of setup you have and why would you need a warranty at the group and not for the child SKUs. We just have to apply the flags. System is already calculating it. So I think it's a good idea to implement that at the child SKU level, the warranties. Um, any other questions for me? Yeah, we are anyway meeting in some time, Jessica. We'll discuss that. Um, so a couple of things for people who are already using AltheaSuite. And we also have a lot of our customers want to. So COGS is very important, cost of sale. How much is cost to me for the product that I have sold? And especially now that we are talking about the custom furniture with attribute, because the SKU is single. Now, with the new change, it is setting based if you want it. The sales invoice gets saved with the COGS all the time. But if you want each of your sale to be saved with the cost of that serial number and not take an average cost, we have added a setting. We can also go back and run the rebuild COGS and update your older invoices too as per each QLN and serial number the invoice COGS can be saved, or going forward, the setting can be enabled. So as soon as the sale has been made, if even if we do not have a product, in initially it saves with the average, but as soon as the QLN is applied, it will update the COGS based on the cost of that QLN. So that way you get exact costing of each of the custom furniture that you're selling. And in fact, other products also with the serial number, you get that exact costing. So that is something we can do the setup and update the cogs here. I don't have anything else to show. This is my sandbox, but it's a released version. So we are trying our best to bring the accounts up to date and make sure that everybody gets these things. What I said earlier, the stock transfer and the stock correction, that is not there. That's why I didn't show it. But I'm hoping by Tuesday that will also be there in the next release so that if you have to do a stock transfer for the attribute, it's going to ask you. But anyway, regardless, if you do a stock transfer or a stock correction for anything with the QLN, we already are going to ask you that what's the QLN you're correcting. So that part is handled, but we want to just display there also what are you transferring. So that is the work which is in progress. I'm good. If nobody has any questions. There are two reports added. Like what are my, um, mm, what is my total custom orders in this date range? So if you run that order report, it shows what are the different combinations of orders that you have received. Someone wanted it, so we just added that as a system report. Um, Other than that, I can't think of any other different report that is required here. But in Althea Suite, anyway, under the reports section, you do have a report which gives you stock value for each QLN. Uh, there is a system report that gives you stock value by warehouse with QLN uh, uh, and the non-serial items. It's a total stock value, But if it's a product with the QLN and serial number, it's going to be listed in different lines. And if it's a product without QLN or serial number, it's going to be combined together. So this is a good report to run to see the stock value in your system. Otherwise, you could always come here under serial number manager. You can say, show me all in hand and committed. And then we also have the cost price here in a column. You could export that data and do the total and see what's the cost of each serial number you have in the system. Um, I think we're good. Thanks to everybody for joining. And then hopefully in next 2 weeks, we'll have another topic. Anybody wants to have a request for anything that we need to review in these trainings, I'll be happy to do that. Otherwise, we'll come up with a topic ourselves and we'll see you all there. Sounds good? We can end the meeting, right, Cameron? We're
Yep.
good. Nobody else has a question.
I think we're okay. Thanks, guys. Have a good
Have a good
day.
day. Bye.
Bye.